Hello everyone, I've got a Clash Clans video for you, and this time I just want to tell you about how to get to max Town Hall level 9 quickly, as fast as you can, as soon as you get to Town Hall level 9. And the first thing that I really want to talk about is your trophy level. So you need to find a good trophy level that you can farm at, and not only farm at, but one that you find that you're comfortable with. So get to a trophy level where you can farm, and then your base isn't always getting destroyed and all of your resources are getting taken. Because sometimes, depending on how well you upgraded at Town Hall level 8, your army, or how well you upgraded your base, you're going to be really good at attacking and you're going to be really good at defending. Some people will be really good at attacking and defending. But yeah, if you're way stronger on one side or the other, that's going to make a big difference too. So I definitely know a lot of people who attack very well and then they just lose everything they gain because their defenses aren't strong. So if you're sitting in that case, then you need to work on just getting all of your stuff up to Town Hall level 8 before, all the Town Hall level 8 maximum level first, and before you're actually going to try to get to Town Hall level 9 maximum. Because otherwise this strategy just isn't going to work out that well for you. You've got to be caught up first before you can really try to attempt to do this. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is finding a good farming army for yourself. So if you go into Quick Train here, I've been using this Army 2 the majority of the time. It costs 239,000 Elixir and 125 Dark Elixir. You can feel free to use it. And yeah, basically I just, plop down my giants, throw down some archers behind them, and then pop my wizards in right behind those guys. And then when I need to, I use wall breakers and goblins to get any pumps or to get any storages to work their way in. And then I also use of course, my Barb King and my Archer Queen. Anyway, when you guys are at the low level of Town Hall level 9, you're not going to have all this stuff. Or depending on where you are, wherever you are, you gotta make sure you find an army that you're comfortable with. One that is cheap, that's going to help you upgrade faster. And then one that can build very quickly, or at least decently fast. So I think does it tell me the train time on this? Here, let's just go train. Alright, so right now it's got, it's not even going to tell me my train time. Alright, so I think this army takes me about, like, I don't know, 25 minutes to make. Yeah, that's a pretty decent build time for an army. And if you got 2 armies coming, that's 50 minutes right there. Well, if you can't raid every single 25 minutes, then, wait for that 50-minute mark, because then you can raid twice anyway. But if you really want to level up extremely fast, you've got to play every single day at that trophy level. If you get too high, you got to drop back down. If you get too low, you got to climb back up. You got to play every single day. And then if you want to climb as fast as possible, you've got to raid every single 25 or 50 minutes. Whenever you can use one or both of your attacks. Just be on Clash Clans as much as possible. Do it if you have the time for it. I mean, go all out. But yeah, you got to raid every 25, 50 minutes. And if you keep doing that every single day, you'll keep on getting these star bonuses, which really pile up if you can see how much that is right there. And then not only that, you're getting these, the Master League bonus. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to comment on quick. If you're farming, it's not extremely important to get these league bonuses, but I definitely encourage you to try and get them because, they aren't a huge amount, but they definitely do help. So try and get at least, a trophy, at least 1 star on the bases that you're raiding. If you can't, that's fine too. But yeah, if you don't get the trophies, another reason is you'll keep on dropping down trophy level, and then you won't be stuck in the same area that you were at before. So yeah, you gotta make sure to keep on trying to win, because it's a lot easier, I think personally, to drop trophies once you're at a high level, because all you have to do is just raid a base, drop a single troop or your hero down, and then click leave battle, and you instantly drop trophies. Whereas climbing back up, you have to wait for your troops to be created to get back up. So yeah, I think it's smart for you to try and get bases that you can farm and get trophies on at the same time for the bonus, and then also for the fact that maintaining that trophy level. Okay, so enough talking about trophy levels and farming frequency and all of that. when you're getting all these resources, when you're bringing in all the resources, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start upgrading your wizard towers and your mortars first. I think those are probably the two most important defenses that you're going to want to get capped out, just because of their splash damage. And see, they just got such good range, they got good splash damage, and they've just got a really good coverage of all of your resources that you want to protect. Now, my base isn't extremely good for farming right now, but it's decent. I can show you another farming base perhaps in another video, but that's not my focus for now. Back to the base defenses. The wizard towers here, you want to upgrade those, the mortars, and then also make sure to get your expos as soon as possible. As soon as you get to Town Hall 9, make sure you start building them. You don't want to start upgrading them to the max level right away because they're very expensive and take a long time. But it is very helpful to at least get them on your base and have them there to do some damage because their range is extremely good. I think right now I have... Yeah, right now I have them just strictly focused on air. Is that correct? Oh, no, yep. I had it strictly focused on air and ground. But yeah, if you just focus on the ground, I mean, look at that range. You can cover almost your entire base, which is nuts. So yeah, expos, very important to get, but wait on the upgrades for those. So first get the mortar upgrades, then the wizard tower upgrades. Then once you get those upgraded, I'd start focusing on cannons and archer towers. And then after you've got those upgraded, like maybe go a level at a time when you're doing this in waves. So like get your wizard tower and your mortars upgraded, then do another round of cannons and archer towers, then come back and do another round of wizard towers, mortars, and then archer towers and cannons. And then if you can, if you're playing enough to have enough resources to be using all 5 builders at the same time, I would advise to maybe only do a maximum of 2 wizard towers and 2 mortars at a time. Because if you're upgrading all 4 of your mortars at the same time or all 4 of your wizard towers at the same time, you are going to be out of defense for the rest of your resources. So be warned about that. Try to mix it up. Maybe do 2 mortars, a couple cannons, a wizard tower, kind of like that. Yeah, just mix it up if you can. But yeah, so once you've got these cannons and archer towers upgraded, then I would start upgrading your hidden Teslas and your expos. And this is just my personal preference. I prefer to leave the air defenses for last. I tend to get attacked by ground forces much more frequently than I do by air forces. And, you know, maybe it's the base design that I have, but I don't even use, you know, air raids that often. And I just find that, you know, if you're going to be using an air raid, it's probably not going to be that cheap for farming. Because if you look at this, you know, balloons cost 4,500 elixir a pop. And then you've got dragons at 37,000 elixir a pop. And then other flying units, you've got minions. Those cost dark elixir, which people probably don't want to spend. Baby dragons cost 16,000 elixir. And then you've got lava hounds at 450 dark elixir. You know, I really don't see air units as that great for farming. So that's one of the main reasons I just leave your air defenses for last. And then same goes with your air sweepers. I would just leave those for last. So once you have all of your rounds of upgrading your wizard towers, your mortars, your cannons, your archer towers, and then the hidden Teslas and expos, then start working on the air defenses and the air sweepers. And then last but not least, I would start upgrading your traps, your bombs and your spring traps, and then also your air bombs, and then what else do we got here? Skeleton traps, and then seeking air mines. So yeah, anything that's a trap or a bomb, upgrade those last. They're not extremely important. Okay, now what else do I want to get into here? All right, so I think it's pretty important to upgrade your walls, but it's not a huge thing, and they're just so extremely expensive. That's why I left them for last. So, I mean, get them up to a certain point. I would say like maybe level... I want to say level 8, but some people just aren't going to have their Town Hall 8 bases capped out when they get to Town Hall 9. Some people just want to push straight for Town Hall 9. But if you've changed your mind and you all of a sudden want to max out Town Hall 9 like I did, then yeah, I would advise getting all of your walls to level 8 first. Once they're all at level 8, including the new additional Town Hall level 9 walls, make sure at least all of your walls are at level 8. So maybe that could be a good focus to try work on at the very beginning. But I wouldn't advise on it. If your walls are really low, just, you know, forget about them. Forget about them until all of your defenses are really strong. If you have extra, okay, let's say this. Say you have 4 builders going at the same time and you have 1 free builder, and you're just farming like crazy. You're pulling in a ton of resources, a ton of gold and elixir. In that case, I would save 1 builder and start working on your walls to get them to level 8. But yeah, if you already have all of your walls at level 8, I wouldn't even worry about your walls until the very end. I wouldn't worry about upgrading your walls until every single one of your defenses and traps are completely upgraded. Alright? Oh, and one other thing I wanted to point out quick here is, I didn't say this at the beginning, but even before you start upgrading your defenses, you should upgrade all of your army camps to level 7 right away. So get your expos, and then also get your army camps to just at least construct your expos, make the level 1 expos, both of them, and then upgrade all 4 of your army camps to level 7. Now, I don't think it's important to upgrade all of your barracks to level 11 right away, because I think with level 11 well, actually, I think, yeah, you get the Pekka, I'm not sure how to say it, at level 10, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, baby dragons, I don't really think they're that essential for farming. Yeah, they're actually really good, and I can show a couple cases of how to use them, but I think that, you know, barracks not as important. As long as you can make giants, wizards, archers, goblins, wall breakers, and oracles, and barbarians, of course, you're covered. That's the main unit composition that you're going to need for farming. Alright, and then the other thing I wanted to comment on, let's see here. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about upgrading your Dark Spell Factory. That's not extremely important. Your Spell Factory, yeah, you don't even need to upgrade your Spell Factory that much. As long as you have your healing spells available and, let's see here, rage spells, are they in here? Yep. As long as you have healing spells and rage spells available, I wouldn't worry about those until the end either. So yeah, defenses first, or army camps, expos first, then the defense upgrading that I told you about, which is wizard towers, mortars, cannons, archer towers, hidden Teslas, expos, and then all types of air defenses, and then traps finally last. And then after everything's done, walls. Then after your walls, nope, actually walls even are last behind that. So after all your defenses are completed and all your traps are completed, then I would start working on upgrading your Dark Spell and your Spell Factory. And all the while you're upgrading your stuff, this is something you're going to do from the beginning. When you have the excess resources, always be upgrading something in your laboratory, because you can only upgrade one thing at a time, and there's a lot of stuff to upgrade. So yeah, whenever you have the chance, try to get those elixir upgrades. And I haven't really talked too much about Dark Elixir yet, because I think that's something that you're going to want to save for last when you're upgrading those walls. So I'll get to that in just a little bit here. But before I do get there, other thing I wanted to comment on is once you have all of your something that you could actually throw in while you're upgrading your defenses, and I don't think this is as important, but if you're upgrading, say, 4 defenses at the same time, throw in a collector, like at least 1 collector at a time. If you really want to go for it, you can go for all the collectors first. Some people like to do that if they're not playing that frequently. But if you're playing a ton, you're going to be pulling in way more resources by actually just farming with your army than you are from your pumps. But pumps are nice. So, you know, I would get those at some point. Like I was saying, maybe 1 at a time, or do 2 at a time and then do 3 defenses. So try to incorporate those. But yeah, not extremely important. The rating's the more important thing. Alright, so say you're at a point now where you have all your defenses, all your pumps are done. Depending on when you did the pumps at the beginning, or, I mean, not at the beginning, during your defense upgrade, or at the very end of your defense upgrade, then I would focus on getting your Dark Elixir drills upgraded. Because then you're going to start doing the Dark Elixir upgrades eventually for all of your stuff. So yeah, get your Dark Elixir drill upgrades, And if you're working on these guys, just try to get them to cap level if you're going to start farming for dark. Level 6 is the best, produces 100 per hour, and they can store up to 1800 capacity. So that's actually going to help you a lot over time when you're farming for that dark elixir. I'm not as, worried about the elixir and gold, especially nowadays on Clash Clans. When you're farming, I just find bases so frequently that have so much gold and elixir that, I just don't think the pumps matter that much. So, but dark elixir drills, I think, on the other hand, you do want those capped out as soon as you start farming for dark. All right, so now you're farming for dark elixir. You've got all of your stuff capped out, and most of your laboratory upgrades for your elixir upgrades are done. Now is a good time to start getting your Archer Queen and your Barbarian King upgraded. This whole time you've been upgrading all that stuff, it probably wouldn't be that important to get your heroes upgrade. At least get your Archer Queen to that level 1 construction, get her at the beginning, and get your Barb King, but don't really focus on their upgrades until the end. Then once you have once you have all that stuff completed, start farming for that dark elixir. And when you're farming for that dark elixir, upgrade your Barb King and your Archer Queen. If you can, try to get them both upgrading at the same time. If you're using a good army that builds fast and is strong enough, like with giants and oracles and healing spells incorporated in, you don't need your heroes to farm as long as you find the right base. So yeah, just make sure these guys are upgrading at the same time, and then when they're upgrading, if you're playing enough, then go into your laboratory, and with that extra dark elixir you have, start upgrading your dark elixir troops and your dark elixir spells, or even your dark spell factory. That's when you can start doing all. That's how I would advise starting to do your dark elixir upgrades. And this is the best time, I think, while you're doing everything that you're working on for dark elixir. This is the best time to start upgrading all of your walls, because you should at this point have everything just completely capped out for the gold and elixir. And if that's all completed, then you don't have anything to spend gold and elixir on. So that's why I would advise waiting until the very end to upgrade your walls, because your walls can be upgraded with both gold and elixir. And it's just so convenient because you're focusing all of your time on dark elixir, and you're eventually just gonna, by raiding bases, you're gonna, even accidentally, you're gonna gather gold and elixir. So you gotta consume it somehow, and the walls are there for you. It's like perfect. So that's my suggestion. Wait till the walls for the very end when you're farming for dark elixir only, because you're gonna get gold and elixir anyways. And then if you do that strategy, if you're playing every single day and you're playing multiple times a day, you're raiding as soon as your army is built and constructed, and you're always getting your star bonus every single day, that is the fastest way, I think, to get to Town Hall 9. It's just all the steps I told you is important, but the most important thing is the continuous every single day gameplay and being just like hungry for that max level, going crazy for it. That's the best way to get ahead. And if you're playing against your friends and you're being competitive, that's the best way to get ahead. One last thing I wanted to point out, well, actually two things. I would wait to get these, what are they, the gear up, the gear up upgrades for your cannons and archer towers. I'd wait to get those until the very end, or right before you upgrade your walls. Then I'd get the gear ups, because these gear ups I think take like 7 days each for both of these defenses. So it's a long time to gear up that stuff, and you can only use your master builder one at a time. You can't use your regular builders to gear these guys up. So I would not focus on gearing these up. And yeah, gear up is good, but I mean, it's not the most important thing in the world. So I would just wait on the gear up for those defenses. Now, the one other last thing I want to say is try your best to find yourself a good clan. I'm the leader of the clan that I'm in right now, and I've been with this clan for a long time. But if you can, try to find a clan, try to push yourself and find a clan that's like at your trophy level, the majority of the people are, and try to find a clan that wins wars frequently. I think farming alone is good enough to upgrade yourself fast, but every now and then, if you can throw in a couple war raids with your clan, that extra war bonus is really nice, especially if you get in a higher level clan, because if we look, we're at level 7 right now, and if I look at, let's see here, clan perks, yeah, you'll just see here, every single time you get one of these levels, there's almost every single time there's that war bonus extra loot. That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we've got 3 war bonus extra loots right here, upgrades. And right now the war bonus extra loot is at 20%. That's actually adds up a lot, especially once you start getting to higher bases that you go up against. You're looking at over 1 million resources for winning, which is nuts for your gold, and then a million resources for elixir as well. And then, like, who knows, like 4,000 to 5,000 dark elixir. So you throw that extra bonus into your clan castle, and that starts racking up as well. So yeah, there's my advice on that. Get in a good clan that wars well and wins. If you can do that, that'll just, that's the icing on the cake. It'll boost you further. And let's see, can I think of anything else for you? One last thing. Okay, gems. You see right now I have 531 gems. Just like a couple, like 2 months ago, or maybe a month and a half ago when the builder base came out, I had like over 4,000 gems, and I've never spent a dime on this game, and I still haven't. And I would save your gems as much as possible, and I would not force finish any type of construction with your gems unless you're very impatient. If you don't want to spend money on this game, that is. If you want to spend money, I mean, go ahead, do whatever you want. But if you don't want to spend money, I wouldn't force finish your buildings. What I would do to help you farm even faster, if you don't want to wait that 25-50 minute thing, boost your barracks, boost your spell factory, your dark spell, well, actually your spell factories, because both of these get boosted at the same time, and boost both of your heroes. So that way the cooldowns are rapidly reduced, and you can just keep raiding over and over, and then that's the best way to gain resources extremely fast. And if you only spend gems on boosting your buildings, not your pumps, your buildings, boosting your armies, then you're not going to run out of gems like very fast at all. And I mean, it's almost like sometimes if you're, I mean, you will spend the gems away, but you're gathering gems so fast now from all the foliage that pops up on your base and on your builder base. There's a ton of foliage that pops up on both bases now. You get quite a bit of gems, plus that gem mine that I think you have on the builder base. Yeah, there's just so many ways you get free gems, plus all of these achievements down here that you get over time. You get a lot of gems. So if you're just boosting, it's pretty hard to run out of gems. And that's what I advise to do with your gems. But I recently just spent my stuff because I had my Archer Queen at level 29 and my Barb King at level 29. I just wanted to boost them to the finish so I could finally get here. So I have been spending some gems. But yeah, my advice to you, just save your gems for boosting your barracks, your spell factories, and your Barbarian King and your Archer Queen. Alright, I think I've rambled on long enough. Hopefully this was helpful for everyone. This is the strategy that I use to get up here. And, I definitely could have gotten up here a little bit faster if I had continued to play every single day. But the reason I didn't do it, but I'm telling you to do it now. If you want to get up here as fast as possible, if you want to beat your friends at this game, if you're just starting to play, or if you just got to Town Hall level 9, or if you're at Town Hall level 9 for a while and you just want to get to max level, try this strategy out. I really do think it'll work. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave some comments, or not just comments, leave questions in the comment section if you have any. And I will see you all in the next one.